Send the command fill. As you can see, the solenoid valve has opened, allowing fresh mains pressure water into the tank. You can also connect an RO system here, or another tank, which would be used as a storage tank containing a pump, which would allow the water to stand for 24 hours or so to get over possible chlorine issues. Okay, I'm now going to dose it with Grow A and B nutrients to an EC value of 1.2. The Bloom works in exactly the same way, you just replace the Grow command with Bloom. Okay, so I'm sending the message Grow 1.2. The main reservoir big mixing pump has started up. It's pushing in a dose of Grow A, continuing to mix for a specific amount of time, pushing in a dose of Grow B, continuing to mix for a specific amount of time again, then checking the EC value. It will keep repeating this process in a loop until it hits its desired EC value. There are small micro pumps in the nutrient containers, of which are stirring the nutrients as they're being dosed. This gets over the need to shake the containers before mixing in by hand. Okay, the pH has dropped from 7.2 when I initially started the Grow dose, and it's now at 6.8, which is about right. I'm now going to push in 200 ml of one of the 4 additives, so I think I'll go for Risotonic. So I'm sending the command ADD Risotonic 200. The big mixing pump has come on inside the reservoir, stirring the mix around. Again, there are small micro pumps inside the additive containers, in this case the Risotonic container, which is stirring the additives around as it's being dosed through the dosing pump to the reservoir. I'm now going to release the mix into the buckets from the reservoir, and in the process it will auto adjust the pH to 5.2. So I'll send the command release. The big reservoir mixing pump has started up and it's pushing in an amount of pH down. The further away from the 5.2 target, the more it will push in, and when it nears its target it will decrease the amount. In between dosing, the mix pump will continue to run and it will check the value at the end of each cycle. The mix is now pumping into the memory bucket from the main reservoir and dissipating through the plant buckets. The air stones have now submerged and the air pump has automatically come on. The air pumps will continuously remain on whenever the air stones are submerged. There will always be an inch or so of water in every bucket, of which will keep the air pumps going, because the stones will be submerged continuously whenever the system is on after its initial fill. This will stop the roots from ever drying out when the system removes the water from the bucket temporarily to go through the various processes. The buckets are now full and the bucket recirculation pump has started. This is drawing the water through all the buckets, through the chiller set to 20 degrees centigrade within its internal memory, and pushing it back into the memory bucket. This will continue to do this until another process command has been received.